Hi, my name is Holly. I make mushroom art with the brand Susrooms, and today I kind of wanted to get into one question, which is, how did I get 20,000 followers? I want to talk about it today. I'm going to give you the actual truth. The short answer is no, I did not pay for it, and it took a lot of time and a lot of trial and error. Fame is not the goal for me. The goal has always just been to share my art with the world and to kind of give an interpretation of how I see my art, and hopefully that it helps other people express themselves. Honestly, I just thought, if I have this many followers, I get X amount of money. But is that really true? Am I making money from 20,000 followers on Instagram? I had a lot of questions going into wanting to be a content creator, and what does that even look like? I'm gonna answer all of them today. Let's get started, guys. Number one, how did I get so many followers? Well, it wasn't all of the sudden. I've been posting on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts for about 3.5 years now. And it wasn't until last year in March whenever I got a viral video. And it wasn't any of the videos that I wanted to go viral necessarily. The algorithm picked it up, it liked it, and basically I got a lot of hate comments, a lot of hate DMs. I also got a lot of follows. So I cannot say the same for TikTok or YouTube. I've never blown up on TikTok before. I still have like almost 300 followers, and I've just hit the mark on YouTube for 1,000 subscribers. So what's the secret? Honestly, I think the secret is there's no secret. The algorithm is always changing and it's always fluctuating. The key is just being consistent. Creating a brand that has a very specific niche. And once you figure out what kind of brand you want, you always go in that direction. So for me, I only ever post about mushrooms or mushroom art or art in general. It's always focused around that sort of central idea. And once you kind of create a theme, you just post accordingly. And that's what I've been doing for the last 3.5 years. Am I making money? Well, the short answer is no, but the long answer is yes. I basically started the account and all of my platforms to promote my mushroom art. And so every once in a while, I will sell art. I'm hoping to gain monetization on YouTube, but you need a lot of watch hours for that. And so that's really just a long-term goal for me for YouTube. I have looked into like brand sponsorships, but really it's nothing consistent. The most that I've ever made has just been from Etsy, selling my art. And recently I've had a mushroom club. Hi, this is me editing. I kind of realized after editing it, I was pretty discouraged at that point, and I was really in a sad place, and I kind of wanted to leave it on a more hopeful note. So I have some advice for you, and if you want to take it, you can. If you don't have to. If you are interested in starting a brand and creating something, here is my advice. So number one, I would suggest trying to narrow down your niche. Now this kind of looks like finding the theme, what you're most interested in posting, whatever that looks like, whether it's art, whether it's sports, it's your hobby, whatever it is, kind of narrow that niche down into a specific category. For me, whenever I first started my brand, I was in a really dark place and I needed something to kind of fuel my creativity and kind of keep me going. And so I knew I wanted to start something, and I wanted something to kind of happen. I wanted the potential for me to become a content creator, the potential for me to sell my art on the internet. At that time, about 3.5 years ago, I created a brand which included the name, the logo, the colors, and if you know anything about me, I'm actually a graphic designer, so this was all very fun for me. When you're creating your niche and your name, I would suggest looking and seeing if that domain is actually still available. That was something I did, and I ended up just creating a website about a month ago and finishing it and publishing it. Yeah, I would suggest whatever title you're thinking about for your social medias or whatever, making sure that it is available. Number two, this is super important, finding people in your niche to be friends with. I have a couple of friends in the mushroom nature art kind of world niche. Their names are Moody Shroom and the hawk and the oak are my main two people that I found in the beginning. So I found them in my niche, and I kind of correlated my For You page to be specific for my niche, and so I would constantly find people in my niche. It's not that I'm doing collabs or I'm interested in doing that, just finding your community is important. Another thing, this is super important, if you're wanting to actually grow an audience, I would suggest when you're starting out, posting reels a lot. That is gonna grow your audience and your fan base, and you're gonna figure out who's out there and who's interested. Do it on a couple of platforms, you can choose. I personally, I am a overachiever, and so whenever I first started this, I was batching reels about once a week, and then throughout the week I would actually post. Honestly, I was posting like every single day for 3 years. It's been a very long time. I would say nowadays I've really branched and I'm focusing on YouTube a little bit more. Most of my reels include pointing to my YouTube videos. I still do post like funny ones and stuff whenever I'm inspired. With this advice, I also suggest to kind of check in with yourself. If you're getting burnt out, then definitely take a break, step away from it. It's okay. I have gotten burnt out a couple of times. I've stopped posting for like a couple months, and that's totally fine. The reason why I keep posting and I keep creating content is because this is my hobby, I guess. It's not so much about the money and the inspiration for like views or fame or something. It's more so just the creative process that I love. I love honestly creating reels, editing videos. I like creating things. I think that that is something that I really love about my brand. Anyways, thank you for that little side note. I am going to get back into the video. It is something that makes me happy. I would love to be a full-time creator. Having a lot of followers doesn't mean you make a lot of money. It also doesn't make you better than anyone else. I wasn't prepared for the hate. I wasn't. That's something I was not prepared for. One of the worst comments that I've ever received has stuck with me, and it was, I actually reported it, and Instagram said that, it came back at me and they said, no, that's not hate or bullying, you're fine. The comment was so bad, I don't even know if I should say it on here. And honestly, at this point, whenever I get a hate comment, I don't even read all of it, I just delete it immediately. Why report something that Instagram isn't going to take seriously, and that is going to impact me on a mental health level? Which brings me to my next point. What are the health impacts? The truth is that I've gotten better, but it still affects me. I actually reposted the viral video that went viral last year that I shared you about a month ago, and it's gone way up in views and I've gained followers, but a lot of hate. And it's really easy in the beginning to kind of laugh it off, but I've gotten to a point right now where I just feel like icked out, and so I turned off the comments. I don't expect to gain any more followers or any more traction just because I can't handle it. Like, there's a certain point where you just don't want to hear it anymore, and so I kind of turn those off. I feel like I don't ever get like gross, weird comments on like YouTube or TikTok, but I also don't have a very large following on either, so it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, that's the secret. No gatekeeping, I guess. And I've also mentioned this, but I think this is the space in my life that no one has any diction over. Whenever you're working under a boss, they have the say, they have, you know, a set amount of rules. And here in my office, it's me. I'm the boss. And honestly, I love how far I've come. It has had its challenges, like hate comments, like I was saying. But I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks, because this is mine. This is me. And I think that at the end of the day, if you want to start your thing, it is yours completely. If you want to support me and my art endeavors, I don't have OnlyFans and I don't sell. Those have been the two main questions that I've gotten in DMs, and no, I do not have either one, but I do have an Etsy, and I have a little mushroom club where I send off my mushroom art every month if you want to receive those. I also make Meet the Mushroom videos where I talk about a specific kind of mushroom. If you want to follow me on here, I post those. I also post art vlogs and other fun stuff and kind of interesting topics like this, I guess. Anyways, I'm Holly. I'm mushroom art with the brand Susrooms, and thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, honestly, just comment below and I will respond to them all. I'm still a small creator and I care. I care about the truth, and I care about my mental health, and I care about my art brand. It's been really fun. Don't leave any hate comments, please. I can't take it. Okay.